Okay, so I've got a pattern running on the RD-9, and the RD-9 is coming into this digital channel. Now the RD-9 doesn't have a digital output, it has mono, so master output, and then individual outputs for the different sounds via regular jacks coming out of there. So what we're doing is running it into this tiny little mixer. Just show you the scale of it there next to the MX-1, which isn't that big itself, you know, like a couple of hand spans. And then this guy is just like, yeah, hand size. Not easy to find anymore, but you know, if you look, they'll come up second hand for not much money. It happens to be a Roland made, I mean, it says Eddie Roll, but you know, that's part of Roland, made little mini mixer. So all I'm doing is running the RD-9's individual outputs into the ins on this mixer, so I can control the sounds levels from here. And all of that is patched straight out of this coaxial digital output straight into the MX-1. So we now have really nifty and controllable submix of our drums going straight into that fader, so we can control the whole drum set. You know, we can still, we've got all the other channels free for whatever we usually patch into the MX-1. So, and obviously you don't have to do that with a drum machine. That's just one nice, I think, really nice application. It works well as a sub mixer for that, especially because it's so tiny. You can fit this in anywhere on your desk, as you can see. I mean, the RD-9's huge compared to this little guy. You can't do a lot on this, you know, features wise. There's no like inserts or effect sends, you know, via aux or anything like that. It's got a little headphone socket. Yeah, but it, you know, it sounds absolutely fine. And that's a digital connection through there. It's really, if I stop the RD-9 for a second, I've got that output set to max. If I increase the gain on that channel, I mean, you probably won't hear it because I'm just recording this on my phone, but I have to get to a really high gain setting before I start hearing, you know, noticeable noise floor on the you know, coming through the little mini mixer. So clearly not like a high level pro bit of kit, but really handy for something you can use to submix a bunch of line level instruments or a multi-output device like a drum machine into that one channel. Yeah, pretty clean sounding to my ears. So that's one option you've got there with the in this case the Eddie Roll M10 MX mixer to make use of that digital input on the MX-1. So that's got a lot of mileage. Now let's look at another option, which is a sound module that has an optical output. Okay, so now we've got that connected via the optical out. I'm just going to preview string sound we've got selected at the moment. So if I go back to the MX-1, that's coming through that channel now. If I choose a different choose it again, just flicking through the parts here. Yep. And the only thing you got to do is make sure that the sample rates match up. And what I mean by that is the MX-1 can has a sort of by default sampling rate of 96 kilohertz, but you can change to 48 or 44.1. And you have to match that up. So at the moment, this happens to be on 96. Whatever device you're using, if it's got a digital output, you've got to go to the sort of system settings and check that it matches whatever the MX-1 is set to. You know, we can change this to 48 or 41, but we'd have to do the same change on the MX-1. But yeah, apart from that, that's how easy it is. Just a single cable, optical cable, and now we have, in this case, the Integra 7, but I know that there aren't that many around, but any sound module or source that has an optical output, you can use it to run into that digital channel on the MX-1. So there's two options that take you away from the standard hack of a digital converter box for line level instruments.